Kia ora te whānau. Welcome to Toy of the Week. This is the first week we are doing this recorded digitally, and I'm going to stick this up on my YouTube. Today we are talking about not a physical toy, but a digital one that we have access to. It is Minecraft Education, and I think it is one of the best coding platforms for teaching beginners how to start programming and teaching those core coding concepts, and it is available here on the Minecraft Education website. Hopefully you can see that URL up there, education.minecraft.net. And you can go there and you can go to the download button, and here you can access it for Windows, Chromebook, or either Apple, iPhone, or iPad. Cool. So go ahead and download it, install it on your system, and get it going. And then follow me through to boot it up, and then follow me through into Minecraft Education. Here it is here on the main landing site. It will have asked you to log in or sign up. We should have access to this, or you should be able to start a trial and get here. Fantastic. So I'm going to hit play, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new world. I'm just going to make sure that the game mode is creative, and I'm going to turn on show coordinates here. Just make sure that that's on there, and I'm going to hit play. Okay. Just before we get started here, I'm just going to say I'm going to be running a lesson which is available. Whoops, I can't move my mouse right now. Hit escape to get your mouse back. Which is available in the computer science resources. So home resources, Minecraft Computer Science Kit, coding with Minecraft. Here they've got 10 lessons. This is actually what I found to be about 2 terms worth of work for a class. And in here, they're a little bit all over the place. But if you load more down the bottom, you'll see in here, they have Unit 1, a good place to start. And they have, these are absolutely fantastically designed resources to help you through teaching this. Here they have an educator's guide, a classroom presentation. This is a slideshow to accompany these lessons, an assessment guide as well, and the curriculum overview to look at as you're doing this. Personally, I like having the educator guide printed in my hand while I'm teaching these. Cool. Today our goal is to run Chicken Rain, so let's get started. I'm here. We're going to jump back into the world. Fantastic. Here we go. I can walk around. Because I've got coordinates on, you'll see my position up in the corner, 29, 69, 14. At this point, I'd stop and ask the class, hey, what do those mean? Can we change them? What happens if I move up? What happens if I move down? How do I move the middle number? Oh, well, I can jump, but I fall back down. Because I'm in creative, I can hit double space and I can fly as well. I'm just going to find myself to a nice flat area and drop back down. Here we go. Okay, now here's the magic bit. I'm going to push C and bring up the code editor. You can see I've done it before as a demo, but here we go. We're going to make a new project. Oh, and there's also a tutorial here for your kids if you don't feel like running this lesson just by yourself. So I'm going to call this one Chicken Rain. Cool. So our goal is to make it rain chickens. Fantastic. But actually it's to teach 3 things. It's to teach events, coordinates, and also just to touch on loops a little bit. Just exposure. This is what we call a birdhouse lesson. Everyone's going to be making the same code. So we're going to get rid of this one here. And we're going to focus in on this on chat command run. What is this? This is an event. Now, code doesn't run by itself. It needs something to trigger it. So there's a few different events that we can have. These are things that happen in the world that trigger code to run. What's an event? Something that happens in the world to trigger code to run. We're going to focus on this one, on chat command run. That's going to trigger the code that we run today. Okay. So, what do we want to have happen? We want Chicken Rain, so we're going to go to mobs and spawn animal chicken. Whoop, as that's moving off the side a little bit. spawn animal, and that's the chicken there. And you can change that, and of course the kids will, and we encourage them to play at 0, 0, 0. Oh, well, where does rain come from? It comes from above our head. So how do we make it come from above our head? Well, we need to change the middle coordinate, that y coordinate. We need to make it a bigger number so that it comes from above, right? So it's at this point I'll have stopped already and done a few little bits and pieces about, okay, what are coordinates and which X is left and right, and Y is up and down, and Z is forwards and back, and what does it mean to increase in X, what does it mean to decrease in X. We've done a little bit of that already just in the physical world and moving around. So we're going to make Y 10, and we're going to run this. Okay, so we're going to hit enter and run, and put in run. Boom. Hey, presto. Where's my chicken? Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, and by the way, there's my agent as well, who was turned up whenever you run the code editor. So there's my chicken. Let's do it again. I can just put in run. Hey, presto, there he is. Oh, he falls down, floats down, completely unharmed. Fantastic. Rain isn't made by a single drop, though. Oops, and I'll get rid of my low battery icon. Rain isn't made by a single drop. It's made by lots of drops. So let's make lots of chickens. We're going to come back to the code editor, and what we could do is we could duplicate this and stick it in, and duplicate this and stick it in. And oh, I'm already tired. Oh, it's taking too long. And okay, this works. We'll put run in again, and it does kind of work. They all spawn in the same place. That's a bit of a problem, but okay, it's working. But what happens if I want 100 drops? If I want 1,000 drops? I'm not going to sit here and do that. So what I'm going to do is drag all of those away and get the loops. And so I'm going to get the repeat block, put that in there, and I'm going to repeat that 100 times. And hey, look at that. We have our chickens. Fantastic. Maybe they're a little bit too low. Maybe I want them a bit higher, but we have our chickens. They're all spawning. Now, at this point, students will spawn 10,000 of these things. So what you want to do is just come in here and teach them a command. Slash, believe it's kill at E, which is all entities and the chickens, or else what will happen is their computers will just freeze up, especially the Chromebooks. So you do need to use that command. All right, okay, one more time. That's slash kill at E, and that will get rid of all of the chickens. Cool. Right, one more way. How could we make this more awesome? Well, rain doesn't fall just from a single point. It falls from like an area. So how could we make this actually work from an area? Well, what we could do is we could pick like a random point in a big square above us. So let's come in here and use a little bit of math to do that. Let's pick random. And I'll just make sure that's on screen. Let's go from -10 to 10. And let's duplicate that, -10 to 10. And at this point, this is for those extension kids. I'd be going, okay, where does that actually mean? Where are they gonna spawn from? Make a prediction. Are you right? Are you wrong? What happens if I make that 100? What happens if I make that 1,000? How many different options are there? And all those sorts of questions. And again, I'm going to just lift them up a little bit because I think they're a bit low. I'm going to lift them to about 20. There we go. And can I zoom out there just so you can see the whole thing? That's what that line looks like. Really simple code, isn't it? 1, 2, 3 blocks. Here we go again. We're going to say run. And there we go. Our chickens are now spawning like rain. That's it. We're done. That is Minecraft Education. We'll jump back very quickly onto those resources because there's so much in here. We get as far as arrays and functions, coordinates, variables, there's code examples in here. It really, really is a fantastic resource. I encourage you to explore it. Maybe we'll do another one of these again where we explore some of these in a little bit more depth. But very, very good to get the kids started. Of course, stretch them further. How could you make this more awesome? What happens? Could you randomize the animal that's being picked, being spawned? Could you make them spawn in a different area? Could you make them spawn over someone else? Let the goal drive the learning from here. Anyway, that's enough for now. Ka kite anō.